Hey guys, Czar back with you. Hope all is well. It is 10:03 a.m. We're 33 minutes into the New York session. Just watching. We got some news this morning. Of course, we had the 10 o'clock, which was 3 minutes ago. Michigan, consumer sentiment final for August. And then Fed Chair Powell begins to speak in 10:05, so in about a minute and a half here. And then later on, 3 o'clock, we have the Euro area Lagarde speech, which is less of a consideration for me at the very least. Watching now, guys. Watching now is a reaction to the Michigan consumer sentiment. I don't have the actual numbers out here yet myself, but really completely irrelevant to me, to be quite honest with you. I just look at how the market reacts and then I react. The actual figures are not particularly important to me. So watching the Dow here, kind of just gyrating around. You notice that we opened up and then we sold all the way back down and gave it all back. Peaked out the bottom of the pre-market and then rallying back up again. This is the 1 minute chart, by the way, on the right hand side. I keep it to the 1 minute, usually for the first hour of trading. Then I move to the 2 or 3 minute after that. 30 minute though, more important to me, much more important to me, on the bottom left hand side. And the daily up in the top left, possibly the most important chart of all. And I'll put you on pause now. We'll come back. All right, we're back. A lot of time has passed, guys. It's what time is it here? 10:16, almost 10:17. News has started. Fed Chair Powell is speaking. Started at 10:05. It's now 10:17, as I mentioned. Watching the 30-minute here, driving up. This is very much a clean-ish traffic area. Dropping down to the 15-minute chart. And now down to the 10. Given that we're still in the first hour of trading, I'm going to stay on the 10-minute here for a while and see what it has to offer us. Revising my zones a little bit for the 10-minute. Bracketing the New York session low here, right? And the opening range high, which has now been broken, running into this cleaner traffic of yesterday, that big cascading sell-off or drop that we had yesterday. 2 minutes left on this candle. Stay on the 1 minute here on the right hand side, and I will bring you back here momentarily. Reversal now on the 10-minute. Remember, it was trading above here. So we're into a new 10-minute candle now, right here. Still 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes left in it. Brand new. Notice we're trading up here very strong. This is a strong bullish white candle. Has failed to close in that new range and is actually reversed, looking to put in a new low soon, potentially on the New York session. I'm guessing a lot of scalpers and day traders are getting a little beaten up in here. Pause. All right, guys, we're back here just watching this 15-minute chart now on the left-hand side. Interesting 15, 2.5 minutes left in the 15. Rejection here at this key area from after the close, well, the close and after the close of yesterday. The real regular trading hours. Watching this for a moment now. And back on pause for a moment. And we're back. Still nothing going on here. New 30-minute candle just started about 50 seconds ago. And you can see where we are. So I'll be watching this. I will show you the S&P on the 30-minute as well. Let's take a look at that, shall we? There we go. Kind of just breaking down here. Tell you what I'll do. I'll do some zone refreshes while I'm here. This zone goes. I can actually bring it up here because on the way back, this is the next stop, right? Hopefully that makes sense. And then the NASDAQ. Can add one in here. Delete, delete. Soon this one can be deleted. You know what? I'll just delete it now. Might as well. You can see what's happening here. Pretty self-explanatory. Give that a bit of a shift to connect to the left. And then so that we have the NASDAQ, there we have the S&P. Here we have the Dow, which takes us way back to here. Clean traffic after that. And pause. All right, guys, my first little bit of interest here, watching this 1 minute chart of not just the Dow, but also the three sisters. See that there? NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow are all very much synchronous now at this point. That was not true earlier, but it is true now. S&P and Dow have both broken above the 21, as a matter of fact, 21 period EMA. Dow is closed above. S&P wants to, and potentially is about to. I believe it is about to. And looking bottomy. A number of things are happening here. We have synchronicity in the three sisters. We have 2.5 standard deviation tapping in all three, essentially. Close enough. And we have tapping of a 30-minute zone, a key 30-minute zone. We have a rejection having broken the daily low, now back into the range again of the prior big bearish candle. And now building a base here. 1, 2, 3, triple bottom, break of structure, and doing something very similar here on the other two sisters as well. I won't get into too much detail on that. Watching and waiting. Pause for now. All right, 11:07. These are big moves. This is not an order, by the way, just my marker. Just thinking things through here. Dropping down to the 15-minute chart. Dropping down to the 10. Staying with the 10 here. All right, bear with me one moment. Going to my own platform. Getting ready to take this. Buy bracket. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, live buy order here, guys. Not a buy stop, but a buy bracket order. So buy limit order. I need prices to come back here again. Right to there. Can you see that? Looking for a drop back now. Might not get it. All right, market order, guys. Right here. Done. In. Long down. Risking 50 points to make 100 points. Big reversal attempt here, having based out here on the 10-minute chart, removing that right there so you know what I'm looking at. Put that circle. First trade of New York, second trade of the day. My first trade was in the UK session. A nice 60-point winner in 2R. Had to sit in it for a long time. The video is the one beside this one, of course, on YouTube. Here we go. Patience now. Patience has been the name of the game here today. It's 11:10. No sign of any entries for me until now, as you know. I think I've had this video going since near the open, 10 minutes into the open, I believe. To go back and look at that, but really tracking this whole entry, this whole open, pardon me, whole session. Just watching a number of things here at the same time while I'm putting up my markers here. The three sisters, of course, as always. Seeking 1R here first, of course. Patience. Copy. Paste. Good. Just double checking my measurements there, and they are correct. At 11:12 a.m. Got 17 minutes left in the European session, and then it closes for the day. I'll put you on pause for now, bring you back. Let me just add that it's natural for this to pull back at this point, given that we've just tapped VWAP here on the Dow. We have not tapped VWAP on the NASDAQ and S&P, and so I'm hoping for a continuation of this move higher as fresh buying comes in, or I should say selling dries up on the close of New York and going into the close of New York. We'll see if that actually happens. All right, guys, not going the right way here. Down would be the wrong way. We'll see how this thing ends. Looks like it wants to stop out, but who knows? It might get a little lucky here and stay in for the move. This is actually a very orderly pullback. Nothing wrong with it, but my stop might have been a little tight here. We're about to find out. Let's see. Truth is, I looked at the 50-point stop here and I thought that should be ample, but not on a day like this. It really has more to do with symmetry and proportion, and I should take that into account. I might be able to stay alive here. Who knows? Put you back on pause for now. Well, fortunate enough to still be alive here, back to break even. The amateur trader would, having sold all the way down to here, would now probably jump out and take a little bit of profit here or get a break even and shake themselves and go, oh, I survived that, thank God. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay with this and see where we can go from here. The mental game, guys. It's the real game. Patience. Talking to myself, of course. And target 1 is hit. 1 hour all or nothing. Traders have taken off their entire position. For those who are new, I'll explain what I mean by that. go. The Razor's Edge profit-taking models, there are 4 of them. I have 4 stop-loss management models, very basic stuff. These are foundational models. So model 1 is a all-or-nothing trader. 1 hour all-or-nothing, as an example, would take all 6 units, using 6 unit size, would take all 6 units off and be done for the trade. The model 2 trader is a equal scale out, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units. They've taken off 2 units now, scaled out of a partial, and they still have 2 units to go here and 2 units to go here if they get that high. The model 3 is a 3-2-1 scale out. They've already scaled out 3 units here. They want to scale out 2 more here and 1 more here of the total of 6. And the model 4 is an opposite. They've scaled out 1 here. They want to scale out 2 more here and then 3 more here at the biggest profit level. And then when it comes to managing stop losses, the one model is to leave the stop in place, have no changes, which is right here, down here, or you can trail the stop to break even and leave it. For instance, hitting 1R, move the stop to break even and leave it for the life of the trade. You can scale the or trail the stop, pardon me, and to various target levels. In other words, first to break even, then to target 1, then to target 2, and so on and so forth. Or you can trail under pivots. So the first pivot is under here. So maybe the trader moves it to here once that pivot is shown. Then this one. There have been no more pivots so far, but you get the idea. Seeking target 2 now at 1.5R. I'll put you on pause for now as we grind through this. It's 11:28, by the way. Almost 11:29 when Europe closes. The UK closes, Frankfurt's closed, you name it. And then it's just North America going into the twilight zone. I often will close positions out around here or trail very tightly in my own account because of what typically happens during that twilight zone. And I talk a lot about it on videos and in my Telegram group. Pause now. Target 2 has been hit. So the 1.5R all-or-nothing trader takes everything off here and is done for the trade. The scale-out traders scale out more here. They've scaled out some here, and waiting for one more target to get hit. Pretty self-explanatory, I hope. Pushing up now. One more push. Let's see if we can get this. Seeking 100 points here on the Dow. So close. Might get a rejection here. It's also the top of this wick, a little bit beyond, but see if we can nail that thing. Second trade of the day, guys. First one was in the UK session, and that took nothing until way after 11 o'clock. What time was it when I entered? Well, 11:08. Been sitting in this one for a while. We've reached target 2 at 1.5R, almost target 3 with 2R. So it's been a successful morning despite all the sitting around for almost 2 hours here in the New York session. Pause. Well, Europe is now closed. It's 11:35. Looking for one more push up here, and let's see if we can get this thing. This is a very long video, guys. This is not just from the beginning of the trade, which was 11:08. It's from the beginning of the New York session. I've been kind of working through all of this with you. I'm going to cut out a lot of the kind of the dead air and repetition here and make this video a little bit shorter. But it's been great being with you. There we go, guys. All done. Hit a 100 points on the Dow and 2R winner. That means all of the models, by the way, all 4 models have profited fully on this trade. Doesn't matter which one it was. And in terms of their own model expectations. And so it's been a successful trade indeed for no matter how you traded this, including moving stops, by the way, because you would have been able to lock in along the way. There's another pivot there, for instance, and of course with the targets as well. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for clicking that like button, and thanks for saying hi in the comments. Take care.